Hello, this is Wicked Shrapnel, and I'm going to tell you how to be elite uber hacker in Battlefield Hardline Beta. And I do not mean hacker as in exploiting the game in any way. Hacker is the replacement for commander mode in the new Battlefield. And it's pretty cool. I was playing around with it for a couple hours and started getting to a point where I was earning more points hacking than I was actually playing in the game, trying to shoot things and capture objectives. So the main thing that you're going to do to earn points is you assist your teammates, and you get all these different subroutines. So you're kind of like a script kiddie. You have all these hacks that are like pre-configured, and all you have to do is deploy them, and you can drop GPS in a limited area on the map. So basically what you want to do is try to look for the hot zones, and not too many people are going to listen to your orders, kind of like in commander mode, unless you're playing with a squad and you're the hacker in the headset and you can kind of coordinate attacks with them. But if you're just playing solo as a hacker, not too many people on the ground are going to listen to where you're directing them to go. So I kind of look just where people are already going and then try to support the troops that are on the ground, throwing in some extra GPSs, and so they can see where people are on the map. And then if I see a bunch of targets come up on the map in the little triangles, then you could jam their radar so that the enemies cannot see your teammates. And anytime that any of your hacks deployed assists people in getting kills, then you get some points. And you could also hack cameras. You can hack transformers. When you hack a transformer and you can look to see if anyone's near it and explodes, it could actually kill someone if they're standing right next to it. And you can hack gas systems so that someone walks in the room and deploys gas, which could possibly kill them. It's actually really hard to kill someone with some of the hacks that you use, but it's a good deterrent to keep enemies away from a location or to give your team a tactical advantage on taking the objective. And you can go onto your teammates and get a rapid deploy so that people on their squad can redeploy faster. You can note points of interest, kind of if you see some enemies that are on the map that they might not notice, you can mark them, but I don't think too many people actually pay attention to it. The main thing is just if you deploy GPS in hot spots on the map, you're going to be getting assist off of those GPS pings. So that's the main thing, is right there. That was a great ping. It showed up a bunch of enemies on the map. Now if people actually kill them, then I'm going to get some points. And the backdoor hacks are to get into the cameras, and there hasn't been too many times where I'm going against a hacker. There are some like Trojans where if they hack something, you can send a Trojan horse into that camera that they hacked to make their camera, it kind of voids it out, and then you can rehack it. But like the abilities take time to recharge, and you get your own ability, which is called an overcharge, which will speed up the time that it takes for your abilities to come back. But it could overheat an ability and actually take more time for it to come back. So it's gamble of if you're actually going to overheat something, but if you're waiting for your things to come back anyway, then it's no big real risk because you're going to get most of the stuff back a lot faster. So using that overclock whenever it's ready, I think is a good idea. And what are some of the other things that you could do? The trace, when you get the trace, it'll do a whole scan of the whole map, and I think it points out high priority targets like squad leaders and things like that. And if they get killed after your trace, you're going to get some more points. And I ended up getting a lot of points hacking. I mean, it's not super exciting, but if you just feel like sitting back, relaxing, and don't feel like getting in there and shooting people in the face, it's another way that you can rank up in the game. I actually ranked up a couple levels just by getting in here and playing around with the hacking. And I imagine there's going to be like tablets, apps where you can get in and just be a hacker like on your tablet. So if you're not at home and you could still rank up and earn money to buy weapons and gear and stuff like that from your tablet. And I'm sure that that's going to be available in the future. I do not believe it's available for the beta, but I'm sure that's something that will be coming in the future. Don't quote me on that, though. So, I had fun with it. What else? That's the main things. Fast deploy, and you can upgrade squads. I'm not actually sure what that does, but I think it gives you points eventually. I noticed that the skills upgrade. Like, it would say that I have Trace 2.0 now, or I have GPS spotting 2.0, and I think it might make the abilities last longer, maybe give them a little bit more range. But the more you do it, the better your abilities get, the more they assist your team, and the more points you're going to earn from them. So play around with it for a while. When I first started it, I was getting barely any points, but then by the end, I started getting more points than I get from actually playing the game. So I think that's pretty cool. So just wanted to share that with you, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you later. Take it easy.